ladies and gentlemen, there has been a breaking of news for the New York Football Giants. Jaxson Dart will be starting for the New York Football Giants going forward. Daboll was non-committal at first to who was going to be a starter. Now Jaxson Dart, the future of the New York Giants, will be wearing the starter helmet. Congratulations to Jaxson Dart. Congratulations to the Giants fans who I think were wanting this. Not just because of a fourth down in the fourth quarter whenever you need it in the red zone, throwing the ball off the bottom of the upright and throwing it away, but also because if we're 0-3, why the hell would we not want to see what the future looks like? Well, the immediate comment is the schedule is not great to have him start. They don't have a bye until like week 14 or something like that.
Yep.
Then you look at the schedule and it's like, well, their division's tough, so they're going to have to play tough teams regardless. But boy, some of these are tough. You obviously have to take on an incredible Chargers team. Who's the DC?
Jesse Minter.
Then you get a chance to go down to the Saints in your second start, which is good, down in Superdome, but this might be positive with the DC.
It's Brandon Staley.
Okay, so we got one game before we head down to the Saints, and then immediately afterwards, Eagles, Denver, Eagles, San Francisco, Chicago.
There it is.
Who knows what they are? Green Bay, Detroit, New England, bye. Okay, so that run is not going to be easy for any quarterback. But now for a rookie quarterback getting his first start with this particular New York Giants team, Coach B.A., what are your thoughts on dropping him in there? Is there ever a right time to put a rookie quarterback in? Is that a real thing? And how do you think this kind of fares, and how do you think they got to this decision?
Yeah, I definitely think it was time to drop the clipboard. All right, start getting the reps in practice, start playing. I think that his legs can add so much to that offense. Now, be smart and slide. You don't have to show how tough you are, all right? Get your ass hurt. But his legs will help get some first downs, I think, that they haven't had, and the energy that he brings, and he can throw the damn football really, really well.
Making this decision, how hard? Very hard? Not hard?
No, for me, I'd have made it 3 weeks ago.
Oh, you told us actually more than 3 weeks ago. It would have been a few months ago. There would never been a decision made at the beginning
in April
to a decision to have to make. But getting reps, regardless of what they look like, even if you're going against a terrible defense, is good for a quarterback's development in your eyes.
Yeah, you got to get reps, man. You got to see things, and your scout team does a great job of posting the other team's defense and reading it. You can't learn anything just watching. You got to physically do it. Your brain has to work so fast, and the only way to get that going is to get out there and play.
T-But, your thoughts on the move to Jaxson Dart?
I mean, I agree with him. Even with everything else they did this offseason, bringing in Russ, bringing in Jameis, but once you draft a guy in the first round, if he what we saw in the preseason, which are glorified practices, but they're full speed, you got to do protections, you got to come out of the huddle, you got to take hits. We saw him perform at a high level, so most people didn't have high expectations for Russ in there or Jameis, so you drafted this kid to play high. He played in the SEC where there are big time ball being played. And you talk about, hey, when is the perfect time to draft? Like, it's the National Football League. Every week, Packers went and lost to the Browns. Like, nobody had that on their menu, but every week you got to go out and win either at home or in a tough environment. So you got to throw in that fire. You got to throw them in that fire, let them learn. BA said it. Can't learn holding the clipboard. I think Prime said the same thing with the Kelsey bros on the podcast. So, yeah, get him in that fire, let him make some plays, and bring some juice. We heard the crowd every time he came in the game, and then we heard the crowd every time he left. So, starting 0-3, starting his hole, let's see what you got with the rookie early.
Is he going to wear the chain? He has to.
Oh, has to.
Got to wear the chain still. Yeah, got to keep the moxie. AJ, what do you think defenses are thinking taking on Jaxson Dart versus maybe a Russell Wilson?
Well, that's the old cliche coaches. Hey, we're going to heat him up. We want this rookie to not feel comfortable. We want to get him off the spot, blitz him, all that. Sometimes you might be giving him some quick options if a quarterback is pretty good and he can identify the blitzes and get the protection set. But you got to find a way to make him uncomfortable. And I think you got to hit him early. Like if he wants to run a little zone read or whatever, we might take a 15-yarder, bud, landing on top of you at 4 or 5 yards down the field. Not in any dirty way, but the way that we would tackle a running back, I think. And you just got to let him know early on. And Jaxson Dart, he'll probably pop up. It'll give him even more juice, though. Sometimes you wake a guy up like that.
Yeah, sometimes guys are looking for that. Remember, Joe Burrow, that was one of his things. I'll take a massive shot so I can just feel alive out there.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Danny Dimes saying that got to hit to the jaw. Yeah, sometimes that'll wake you up. Yeah, I'll go through the
Tennessee got jacked up too on the goal line.
Yes, exactly. Trying to go. Yeah, he is one of those guys. We don't like that he likes it, but maybe Dart is one of those guys. Does that still exist, Coach? You heard AJ right there. That's an old school mindset. You also old school coach. D-Butt also, we're old at this stage of the game. Him saying, yeah, we're definitely going to get an extra. Sorry about that, buddy. That's still happening in the NFL, always going to happen in a physical contact game?
I'll be shocked if it ever stops.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Football.
Just part of, yeah,
It's
yeah,
football,
football.
man.
That divisional game we won against the Broncos in Denver to go to the AFC Championship. First drive, 3rd and like 5, 6 maybe. Peyton, he was kind of banged up that year. Late Cole, boom, throws it, misses. Art Jones, late, a little low, maybe around the knees. Rest of the game, Peyton wasn't the same. Rest of the so took the penalty. At that point, we're pissed off. You just got to
Come on, Art.
Come on, Art, but. Come on, Art. I see what you're doing. Art had won the Super Bowl at that point, coming over from Baltimore. You know, that's just football. Obviously, you player safety, we're not trying to hurt anybody out there, but
Added extra
you're trying to win
little
that
thought.
game.
Yeah, extra little thought. Yeah.
Put chip in on the fire.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, he's a rookie, you know. So, like in the MLB, you know, we've heard stories about umpires with rookie pitchers, you know, and what that strike zone looks like. The NFL also have those moments as well, especially quarterbacks. Now, Jackson's got a lot of moxie.
That's what I was going to
He's
say.
young.
He might be one of those guys where if you do hit him late, like that flips a switch and he just goes,
Starts jawing.
Yeah, exactly. And throws 5 touchdowns or you
Might
never
be,
know.
Might be Daboll's guy. Do you know Daboll well? And as you do know him,
I do, yeah.
So what is Jaxson Dart, you think, like, just from outside looking in? I don't know if you got a chance to meet him during the whole combine draft process down there in Tampa Bay. Him and Daboll good for each other, you think? And does Daboll feel the heat? Obviously. He knows that there's a little bit of heat over there, or do you think
I think Brian, and we all know what's going on, you know. But I think starting Jaxson Dart, getting him started, if he starts playing well, Brian saves his job. I don't think they have to win a lot of games, but if Jaxson Dart starts playing well, and he's coached well, which he will be, because Brian's a damn good coach, and he'll save his job that way.
Interesting. Didn't even think about that, because in my eyes, if this is last year, he's not going to think about the future. But instead, maybe it's not last year. Show some development, huh? Get these Giants fans to believe this is what the future looks like. Let's go to a Giants fan. Bruce, you're excited about this. Looks like that's the first smile you've had since the game.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Hope springs eternal. I feel bad for all you guys. You guys only got one week 1. I got 2 now. Week 4 is now week 1 again. I love it. Jaxson Dart has the opportunity to be the first rookie quarterback to beat a 3-0 team since Jeff Garcia, in
Jerry Garcia,
1999.
also great music.
He won
Great
2.
musician.
He won a bunch.
Jerry
Dead on
Garcia
line.
did
He
ice
beat-
cream.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia, though, remember his days. What a weapon.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia was awesome.
He was an absolute weapon. Such an athlete. I remember him just bouncing around somehow. Bald head.
Yep.
Using the quarterback challenges, those old ones.
And winning
At the Pro
if
Bowl.
I had to guess,
Yep.
if he was doing that. First time since Jeff Garcia's on the line here, Darius J.
Wow.
Fowler.
Now, it's week 4. So at this point in the season, you know, teams, BA talked about not playing the preseason, but at this point, we always talk about the quarter mark you just mentioned earlier. At this point in the season, these defenses, they know who we are. We know who we are, right? For the Chargers, we know who we are. We know what we're good at. We know what we're not good at. We know what players are playing well in position. So putting Jaxson Dart in is the right time, but you're hitting it while these teams are in their hitting their form, and now he's, you know, the guys, the offense, the play callers, everybody's gonna have to get used to Jaxson Dart while he's getting used to real NFL live action too. So maybe rough at first, but he's a rookie and you got the talent. So I'm excited for it. I know Giants fans are excited. I love the
face paint.
love the moxie.
Love the face
Love
paint.
the
Aiden Hutchinson
accessories.
last night had that delivered quite a punch. You know, maybe
That's
it carries over to Jaxson Dart.